Well, folks, it's hard to believe it's been almost 1 year since the SEC brought the lawsuit against Ripple Labs and two of its executives. It's been a long and challenging year, to say the least. It's been a roller coaster ride. We've seen the price drop from about 80 cents prior to the SEC lawsuit all the way down to about 17 cents. And then we had a nice rebound a few months later all the way up to about $2. However, Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market did have something to say about that. So we've seen a pretty nasty pullback in Bitcoin and the crypto markets over the past several weeks. And that obviously affected the XRP price as well. But we do have some bullish news that we're going to be sharing with you today. We've got some bullish news from Visa acquiring a Ripple partner. We've also got some news with regards to the Sologenic airdrop, which the snapshot is coming up on Friday. And we're also going to be discussing Coreum, which is a new layer 1 blockchain technology that was released by Sologenic. So we'll look at that article here in just a moment. Hey everyone, welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth. My name is Rod and I'm the owner of POW Group. We're going to jump into today's video in just a moment, but before we do, make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and tick the bell and be notified on any future uploads. Stick around and we'll jump into today's content in just a second. Welcome back to the show, everybody. As I mentioned earlier, we've got some bullish momentum in the XRP price chart. I believe that has to do with the new Sologenic airdrop coming up on Friday, and also some bullish news with regards to Visa acquiring a Ripple partner, which we'll look at here in just a moment. A little bit later on, we're also going to do some technical analysis. We'll look at some warning signs that I see on the chart at the moment that we need to be aware of, and we'll also look at some bullish signs as well. Tomorrow marks the 1 year anniversary since the SEC has sued Ripple Labs and two executives. So as I mentioned, it'll be 1 year tomorrow. So on December 22nd, 2020, we know that the SEC charged Ripple and two executives with conducting $1.3 billion in unregistered securities offerings. But despite all of that, XRP has remained in the top 10 cryptocurrencies, proving to be extremely resilient. I can't imagine another cryptocurrency that would have been sued by the SEC and not have gotten knocked out of the top 10 in terms of market cap. In other news, Visa finalizes its $930 million acquisition of Ripple partner Currencycloud. As I mentioned earlier, there's been some bullish momentum in the XRP price chart. I believe that this has to do with that. Also coupled with the Sologenic airdrop that's scheduled for this Friday on December 24th, obviously creating an influx of buyers looking to qualify for those Solo tokens, essentially free money. And again, I'll touch more on that here in just a moment. But Visa has completed the acquisition of Currencycloud for a multi-million-dollar figure. Currencycloud, which develops APIs that power embedded business-to-business cross-border payments and currency exchange services, has been partners with distributed ledger startup Ripple since July 2020. Visa's purchase of Currencycloud is intended to improve transparency, flexibility, and speed when making cross-border transfers or conducting foreign exchange business for the clients of the two companies. Visa and Currencycloud signed a definitive deal in July this year, and the pair has finally completed the acquisition of the London-based firm. It should be noted that the acquisition is based on the existing strategic partnership between the two companies, as Visa already owns an equity stake in Currencycloud. Moreover, Visa joined the Currencycloud financing round last year alongside other investors such as Japanese financial group SBI, which we know has been an early investor in Ripple and a very large investor in Ripple also. Moving on, the Sologenic Coreum blockchain project has been released. So again, just to backtrack a little bit, we have the Sologenic airdrop coming up on Friday. So if you hold the Solo token or if you hold XRP, you're going to receive that airdrop. So essentially, if you're an XRP holder, for every 1 XRP, you're going to receive 0.013 Solo tokens. And also, Sologenic revealed Coreum, a fast, interoperable, and scalable layer 1 smart blockchain with low transaction cost and carbon footprint. So we'll just skim this here real quickly. So Coreum, a new layer 1 blockchain being built to improve many weaknesses present in the current blockchain networks to provide developers with essential infrastructure and development of decentralized apps, from asset tokenization, banking, remittances to DeFi, decentralized finance, metaverse, and gaming. And one thing I noticed that was interesting here is they have no initial coin offering, so no ICO. Coreum is an open source project built to be 100% community based, allowing the technology to support extensive future growth in decentralized application, dApps, and decentralized finance, DeFi space within the whole blockchain ecosystem. The first round of Core Tokens airdrop distribution is scheduled for February 2022, destined for the Sologenic community and solo holders, with the very first snapshot to be taken at random time between December 24th to 31st. So in order to qualify that, you're going to have to be holding throughout that random time. We don't know yet, but it's going to be between that block of time, between the 24th to the 31st. So as long as you're holding it within that time period, you should be fine to qualify for that airdrop. So while many modern blockchain networks are currently using Ethereum Virtual Machine, Coreum benefits from the modern Turing Complete WebAssembly WASM engine to process smart contracts written in many different languages and compiled into WASM before processing. Among other features, Coreum will offer cross-chain interoperability by deploying a bridge functionality which allows other cryptocurrencies to flow into Coreum's ecosystem through the collateralized wrapping. This functionality is being backed by built-in modules that support a fully decentralized exchange and synthetic order book functionality. Coreum stands out with block time of 1.5 seconds and the ability to process 7,000 transactions per second when it comes to speed. So again, you can check out this full article in its entirety, but that is super bullish. Moving on to the XRP price chart. So I do want to just highlight a potential warning sign. Taking a look at XRP here on the daily time frame, you can see that we're getting extremely close to a death cross, the 50-day moving average, which is the blue line, dangerously close to the green line here, the 200-day moving average. If we see a cross of those moving averages, that's what we refer to as a death cross. So on the opposite side, if we see the blue cross up through the green line, that's what we refer to as a golden cross, and we can likely see a lot more upside. Again, this isn't guarantees. This is just an early heads up that we could potentially see more downside. We've got the $1 psychological barrier that we've been struggling with. We've been under $1 now for about 20 days, and it's a strong psychological number. We've got the 50-day moving average there at $1, the 10-week moving average at 101. So strong, not just psychological resistance. We also got some moving averages there as well, some key moving averages that we're going to be battling with and going to be proving as strong resistance in my opinion. But if we can close the weekly candle over 101, that's going to be a huge win in favor of the bulls. We had a bull cross of the stochastic, but the MACD still yet to see a bull cross. So I think there's still quite a bit of work to do there yet. And leading into the Sologenic airdrop, we could potentially see a sell the news event leading into after that airdrop on December 24th. So watch for a potential sell the news. If that were to occur, that would obviously affect the weekly candle close. But what I could potentially seeing is, closing just under that 101 area. Again, news or sector, Bitcoin, a drop in Bitcoin or a big move in the crypto markets could obviously affect that. But right now, with what I'm seeing in the charts, I could potentially see us top out around that $1. We're getting pretty extended here on the 4-hour time frame as well. So if I bring up the 4-hour time frame, you can see here we have no real 4-hour support all the way down here until 85 cents. So what I could see happening is bulls just taking a little bit of a breather, gaining some momentum and regaining their composure, maybe come down, set a 4-hour, healthy 4-hour high or low somewhere around 90 cents, around EMA 12 or even EMA 26 there around 87 cents. If we lose 87 cents, like I said, watch 85, and then we have the low here at 82 here as well on the 4-hour time frame. And then on the daily time frame, we've got support there at 76 cents and 57 cents. So if we can get over, we might even see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here on the daily time frame as well, and still nowhere near overbought. So it's not to say that we can't continue higher from here, but we are approaching the top of this Bollinger Band on the daily time frame. What I could see is a potential pullback, like I said, maybe even a test of EMA 26 here on the daily time frame as those EMAs tighten up. And if we take a look at the weekly time frame, we had a nice entry opportunity here on the weekly with a double inside bar. So if you would have entered on this weekly candle breaking last week's candle high at 84.8 cents, if you entered on that signal alone, you would have saw about 12% of upside just on that bull break alone. And we're topping out right now at the EMAs. We were going to see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross here on the weekly time frame, and it was a potential weekly bear flag, but we've since pulled back. We've since bounced a bit too much to consider that a bear flag. So generally, we don't want to retrace past the 0.382. So the fact that we've got over that 87 cents area is going to decrease the odds of a weekly bear flag, in my opinion. So what I could see is a potential equilibrium, where we come up and we form a lower high, and then we come back, form a higher low, and then we attempt a weekly trend change. But at this time, we're still struggling with the EMAs, And we could even top out just under these EMAs and then come back and look for a weekly high or low compared to the low here at 57 cents. So if I had to guess, again, we don't have a crystal ball, but the most likely scenario, what I could see is a potential temporary pullback as bulls look to regain their composure and build some momentum, form a 4-hour high or low even, and then look to break that $1 psychological area leading into the end of the week, or maybe even into next week. And then maybe we see, the first or second week of January, once the markets return back to normal, we start to see crypto, XRP specifically, start to gain some more momentum. But like I said, we're going to be really, I think we're really going to struggle with that $1 area. And then, like I said, watch for a potential higher low here on the 4-hour time frame. That being said, with the weekly bounce underway, we do have a lack of resistance after we get over the EMAs. So if we can get over the EMAs there at 97 cents and $1, we're going to have a lack of resistance all the way up to $1.34. And on the daily time frame as well, going to be watching $1.03 as strong resistance as well. If we get over 103, we could see some huge fireworks. We could easily push up to around 115, all the way up to that 134, in my opinion, on the daily time frame, with a lack of resistance at that point. And then on the monthly time frame, something I wanted to highlight here, if we go from the low of 17 cents using the real candle bodies to the high of 196, you can see that we've yet to close. We've been closing a candle, every single candle, since for the last year essentially, within this pennant. So if we, at some point, likely over the next month or two, if we close outside of this pennant, we're likely going to, if we close below, then we're likely going to expect more downside. But if we do manage to close this candle or the next monthly candle above that resistance, then we could expect an explosive move here up to that, like I said, that 130, maybe even up to 170, all the way up to that $2 area on XRP. Let me know in the comments below if you're bullish or bearish leading into the end of the month. Do you think that we're going to see a sell-off, a sell the news type of event here from the Sologenic airdrop? Once again, thank you for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel on your way out, and we'll see you in the next video.